week, Andy. The book I was reading is called The Enchantress of Florence. Yeah? And it was written by Salman Rushdie. Who's here? Salman Rushdie! Welcome, Salman.
You know that licking the page thing?
Yeah.
There's a whole Agatha Christie novel which depends on that.
Yeah, doesn't
you know, they put the poison, the murderer puts the poison on the top right-hand corner of each page.
Isn't that the name of the rose as well?
That.
The name of the rose?
Yes, that's got that too. That's got that too.
Did Agatha Christie write the name of the rose under the pseudonym Umberto Eco?
Umberto Eco, yeah. It's Italian for Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie. I think that... Do you like Agatha Christie? I've never read any Agatha Christie.
Yeah,
really.
the good ones are good.
Yeah?
The bad ones are terrible.
So it falls pretty much into the realm of books.
There's like, yes.
This, I've just started reading this. I'm actually kind of fascinated by this. This is very lovely. It's kind of, I hear Dracula is in this book.
Dracula's in it.
Yeah, I like a book with Dracula in it.
Yeah, I discovered, you know, there was a moment when I was doing the research for the book and I discovered that Dracula was the right period.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought I'd gone to heaven, really.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That I could have Dracula. Dracula wasn't a vampire.
No, but he was Vlad Dracul, wasn't he?
He was. But, you know, actually, he was so bloodthirsty that if he'd been a vampire, it would have been better.
Yeah, yeah, because he's like he would be an alcoholic vampire. He would just, there wouldn't be enough blood for him.
There's a moment when there's this army marching at him, and in order to put them off, and for no other reason, he impaled 20,000 people on stakes and put them round the town where he was.
Right.
Saying, come over here, have some of this. Guess what they did?
What?
They ran away.
That's what I would have done. Clearly, this man was crazy. I would have thought. Yeah.
Dracul, you know what it means?
Dracula. Dragon.
Dragon.
Yeah. Is there a dragon in the book? I like dragons.
Just him. No,
did you ever see that film with the dragon where Sean Connery did the voice of the dragon?
Yes.
That was awesome.
Very good, yeah. There's white albino giants, though.
White albino giants?
Swiss ones. Swiss albino giants.
Now, how did the Swiss get into this? The book is set where? In Florence?
It's a kind of road novel of the 16th century. It goes from India to Renaissance Italy.
Right.
Via everywhere else.
Right. Switzerland, then.
Yeah, but the
Swiss,
giant basketball you'll be amazed to hear that the Swiss were the most feared soldiers of the 16th century. They were like the Marines of the 16th century. Imagine that.
Why?
Because they were scary.
Really? Well, yes, but I mean, because have you seen the Swiss army guys at the well, they've got their penknives, of course.
Yes.
Yes. And they're outside the Vatican. They have those guys, the Swiss Guard, in those uniforms.
Well, the Swiss back in the day, people were scared of them. They said, "Oh my God, here come the Swiss." They would run.
Really?
Yes.
What happened with the Swiss then?
They invented the cuckoo clock.
All right, that's they've gone off it. They became very neutral. Is that how they got to be neutral? Everyone's like, don't mess with the Swiss. Everything.
No, exactly.
Really?
People were afraid of them.
All right, now listen. When you're writing a book, how long does it take you to write a book? Because it's very clever. This book. I mean, there's lots of like big words and like story and stuff happens and you know. Friends become enemies, enemies become friends, you know.
And it all works out at the end.
Well, no, I don't think it does. I've got a feeling. There's one of these books where you start reading it in the front page, and who's Bill Buford, by the way?
He's a friend of mine. He edited my books way back.
All right. What kind of a friend?
Good one.
Okay.
Male good friend. I'm just saying, we're in California now.
Yeah, that's right. You can marry your friend now if you wanted. Yeah. No, but there's one of these books when you start reading it and it's lovely and very poetic and there's a slight. I'm only just into it, so that's what I'm trying to cover. I'm only like 3 or 4 pages in, and I will read it.
Can I help you cheat?
Yes.
All right. There's a riddle in the book.
Right.
This guy, this young, handsome, European-looking guy.
Right.
Like you.
No, maybe 40 years ago.
Arrives at the court of the great Indian emperor, the Mughal Emperor Akbar, and says to him, "I'm your uncle." He's actually younger than him.
What?
Exactly. How are you going to be my uncle?
Yeah.
He says, "Well, because my mother was your great aunt who you mislaid long ago."
Oh. Mislaid?
Mislaid. She got, yes. I understand.
You write very clever books. I do cheap puns. That's what I do.
No, the word has 2 syllables, one of which is laid. I agree.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's this story about this mislaid great aunt who makes her way across the world from warlord to king of Persia to Italian mercenary, and then allegedly is his mother. But how is that? That's impossible. So there's a riddle in it. And you don't find out the answer to the riddle until the last page, Craig.
Well, I'll read it to the very last page, which is what I often do with books.
Or cheat.
Yeah. No, I won't cheat. No. I won't go to the last page. I don't like doing that. I mean, sometimes I do that, but I won't do it with this one.
Good. Thank you.
Now, listen, you've become... Do you find that now that you're very well known, you're a big personality, you're in fact a celebrity, does that get in the way of being a novelist? Do you enjoy going out and performing?
You know, there are things I like. I mean, it gets you tables in restaurants.
Right.
That's about it, really.
People say that, but, you know, there are people all over the country and all over the world who are not famous who go to restaurants almost every day.
And get tables.
Yeah. That's what restaurants are for, you know.
Yeah, but then there's the restaurants where you have to get tables. Anyway, never mind. No, it's kind of a pain in the neck because... And actually, truthfully, it doesn't bother me that much because, you know, you're writing this stuff most of the time you're at home.
Right.
When nobody gives a damn who you are.
Right.
You know, my children, they see me come on TV, they change channel.
Yes. Yes.
So let's see if there's anything interesting on.
What have you been... You've been performing recently. What was that thing with Scarlett Johansson that you were doing?
I was in a video.
A video?
Yeah.
Do we have that? Do we have the Scarlett Johansson thing? I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that a video for her song?
That's for her song, yeah. That's what she's made these. She's made this album of Tom Waits songs. And no, it's all about ping pong,
That song's all about ping pong?
No, my knowing Scarlett Johansson, there's a bunch of us who get together at the weekend in New York and we play ping pong. And she
really?
Yeah. And she was there.
I'm so out of the loop, I can't believe it.
I'm telling you. Ping pong is the secret.
Really?
You play ping pong?
I do now. Yeah.
Well, Scarlett, she showed up with A, her ping pong bat,
right,
and B, her video dude. And
That's
then she said, would you do a bit? But actually, he was asking me to do much ruder things.
With the ping pong ball?
No, with her.
Oh.
He was saying to me, you want to know what he was saying?
Sure.
He was saying, lick her face.
Did you lick her face?
And she was going, ew. And I was saying, I'm not going to lick her face. She's saying, ew.
She's saying, ew, yeah. If she was going, hey,
exactly.
then you know. Yeah. Well, women usually give you a signal if they want you to lick their face. And isn't it?
So we compromised and I kissed her neck.
Hey, listen, that's all right.
You know,
that's all right.
If invited to kiss Scarlett Johansson's neck,
do it. Yeah, absolutely, every time. It's lovely to talk to you. I wish we had more time. And I will read the book. I'm fascinated by this already.
It looks as if you've almost opened it.
I have opened it. This isn't the one I'm reading. This is a special TV version. Mine has all, like, big words and explanations and crib sheets.
And little notes in the margin saying exclamation mark.
Ask Salman about Scarlett Johansson and all that. It's good to talk to you. Salman Rushdie, everybody. We'll be right back. Now, all week we've been running trailers for the sketch you're about to see. The anticipation has been building. People are starting to talk like Sean Connery all over America. And now is the moment we've all been waiting for. Please, it's here. I want you to relax, sit back and enjoy the sketch which we call A Party at Elton John's House. Everybody, a party at Elton John's house.
I gotta pinch myself. I can't believe it. Me, the actual Craig Ferguson. Finally here at a party at Elton John's house.
Craig Ferguson. It's nice to see you again.
What, the Salman Rushdie, everybody? What? What the hell are you doing here? I didn't know you were on the other team.
I'm not sure I get your meaning, but you know, you're going to have fun tonight. George Michael's here, and the Nobel laureate, Herta Müller. You know, Elton John's guest list is always so eclectic.
Look, Salman, I don't do big words, okay? But if by eclectic you mean gay as a picnic basket, then you're right.
Well, there it is. Excuse me, Richard.
Oh, looky here, it's Elton John, everybody.
Well, look who is it? It's Craig Ferguson, the Vulgar Lounge entertainer. Shouldn't you be dancing for quarters at an Indian casino?
Oh, easy there, Reg. You made me come out of me pants. Which is like you. Don't try none of your double entendres on me, because I'm all man.
Are you?
I said I'm all man.
Not before I can see, dear. You know... You know, Craig, I watched your show once, and you mocked my parties 38 times! 38! In 1 hour!
Really? Only 38? I must have been off that night.
You know, I have to say, you don't seem like the real Craig Ferguson. May I ask why you aren't wearing any trousers?
You're just jealous, Elton. I've been getting back into shape. Hey, honey, check it out. You want to break off a piece of that? Huh?
You disgust me.
What about you, George Michael?
Even I wouldn't go there, girlfriend.
What? What is wrong with you people? This is a party at Elton John's house.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said this is a party at Elton John's house.
Right, yeah.
Where's the crazy, freaky, deaky, pervy, sexy sex?
Oh, come on, Craig. Aren't these crass, predictable jokes beneath you?
You mean beneath me as in last time I had that many men beneath me was at a party at Elton John's house?
I think Craig's having another one of his off nights.
I think you're right, Salman, dear. Now that you see my parties aren't like that, maybe Craig, now you'd also like to see how off the mark your favourite joke is.
You're right. I've been a low-down bastard.
By the way, I know a place up on Hollywood Boulevard where they'll give you a low-down bastard.
No, George Michael. This time the joke's on me. Here we are at the party at Elton John's house, and it's me, Craig Ferguson. Big, fat, ugly Craig Ferguson.
Knock it off, Craig Ferguson.
Craig Ferguson.
Impotent
yes,
Craig Ferguson.
I'm the one. It is me.
Impotent?
Yes. I'm the one who's exposed as a sexual deviant.
Now, you see, this, dear boy, is the definition of irony.
Ira what? Iron Man? Look, Salman, I'm functionally illiterate.
Oh, come on.
But Elton, one word I do know is sorry. So I want to say I'm sorry for everything.
Well, of course, Craig. I always forgive my D-list celebrity guests for the peccadillos.
How do you know about my dildos?
Oh, knock it off.
It's weird. Anyway, this calls for some music. Hit it, Salman Rushdie. I said hit it, Salman Rushdie.
Salman Rushdie? What the... Please welcome the author of The Enchantress of Florence, the lovely Salman Rushdie. Everybody, Salman Rushdie. Plenty of sexy. Salman, welcome back.
Thank you.
It's lovely to see you.
Me too.
And I hope you didn't mind me reading a sexy bit out of the book.
No, there's lots of dirty bits.
That's what I was going to say. It's quite dirty.
It is.
Now, why is dirtiness okay if it's clever?
Well, that's true in life too, isn't it?
Yes, it is, actually. Is it?
Yeah, stupid dirtiness, nobody likes it.
No, lots of people like stupid dirty.
Girls don't.
Girls don't like... Well, no, that's true. Women like their pornography in literate form, don't they? Yes, that's true. All that sexy vampire books as well. Oh, my bustiness and everything. That's all.
Yes.
Do you ever read any of those?
Vampire things?
Yeah.
I think there's too much vampires.
A little too much.
But I'm going to Transylvania.
Salman is this wise.
I am. I'm going to be shown Dracula's castle.
Are you thinking of buying it?
Well, you know, I gather it's cheap.
Yeah, because...
You know, it's the upkeep.
Well, it's not buying the castle, it's keeping the castle. Yeah, exactly. But the idea of looking around... Are you interested in vampires?
I am. In fact, Dracula makes a guest appearance in this book. Yeah, He's in there.
Yeah. But it's because he's sexy. You're quite sexy obsessed, aren't you? Really?
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm here, Craig.
Now,
I have a bone to pick with you.
Really? A boat?
Yeah, a bone. Can I pick a bone?
Yeah, pick a bone.
Well, you wrote a book.
I did.
Ferguson.
I did.
Can I call you Ferguson?
Sure, Rushdie.
No, you can call me Sir Salman.
Sir Salman. Are you a sir now?
Yeah.
Holy crackers. Congratulations, my liege. On behalf of the people of America, I would like to present you with our ceremonial parakeet. We only give those to our most prestigious guests.
That's the Order of the White Cockatoo.
That's right, and I know you do enjoy a cockatoo.
You know, which of us does not? Yeah.
Indeed.
But anyway, the bone.
I'll put that aside for you. What is the bone then?
The bone is that, you see, your book got a good review in the New York Times.
Really? No, I couldn't believe it, actually, yeah.
You know how long it is since I had a good review in the New York Times?
Did they not give you a good review?
No.
What about for this? Didn't they give you a good review?
No, trash. They have the worst book ever written.
Stop it!
Yeah. It's been more than 10 years since I had a good review in the New York Times.
What was that, Satanic Verses?
No, after that. I can't remember. It's so long ago I can't remember. But you...
Yeah.
Got a good review.
You know why?
You want to swap jobs?
No, because you have to be clever all the time. You're Salman Rushdie. People come up and say, so, Salman, what do you think about that? People come up to me and say, ho, cheeky monkey. And I go, yeah.
But I could do that.
Yeah, you could do this, but I couldn't do what you do. You see, this is the problem.
Yeah, it is a problem.
Yeah. How have you been? You're going to...
Transylvania.
Yeah, Transylvania. Now, don't your books do very well with...
I'm big in Romania.
Yeah.
I am. I mean, some people are big in America, I'm big in Romania.
What does that...
They love it. They love the stuff.
What language do they read the book in?
Romanian.
Do you speak Romanian?
I do not, but I have a translator. It's useful.
Yeah, but how do you know that... How do you know the translator isn't adding jokes that you don't like? Or...
Well, whatever he's doing...
It's working. Yeah, well, good.
It's working, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So do you go on talk shows in
Romania?
No,
I've never been. But they've been doing so well recently over there that I thought I should go and find out why.
Well, maybe it's Dracula's way of luring you into the...
Yeah, or maybe they've been turned into vampire novels without my knowing it.
Well, you know, there's a bit of vampiriness in this. Machiavelli's in this as well.
Yes, he's in there. I like him.
Now, that's an unusual stance to take on Machiavelli, that you like him.
I know, because everybody thinks he's horrible. But actually, he's been very misrepresented. History has not been kind to him.
Right.
And actually, the real guy was really very enjoyable. You know, he was sexy and funny, and when he left town, his friends would write him postcards saying, please come back, because when you're not here, there's no one to organize the fun.
Really?
And he was not at all Machiavellian. So we've been cruel to him for 400 years.
Yeah, it sounds a bit more like he's more like kind of John Goodman or something like that.
Yes, well, but sexier.
But sexier. Oh, well,
I mean, thinner anyway.
Thinner. Anyway. Well, you don't know. I mean, it's been 400 years. They might have
put on some weight.
He might have put on some weight in the past 400 years.
Exactly.
Now, did you spend some time in Florence when you were younger?
Yeah, I spent a long time when I was a kid. I mean, when I was at college, I spent a whole summer there. And that's really when my kind of love affair with it began.
Is that when did you have your sexual awakening in Florence?
No, that was before.
No, with Florence then?
I didn't know. You know Florence?
Not only do I know her, Salman, I had my sexual awakening with her. No,
that's something we have in common.
Now, where did you have your sexual awakening then?
Cambridge University.
Really?
Yes. Oh. Cambridge University, which is, by the way, celebrating its 800th anniversary this year.
Wow.
See?
Young men and young ladies from all over the world awakening sexually at Cambridge.
For hundreds and hundreds of years.
Hundreds and hundreds of years, yeah, no. It's a lovely town, Cambridge, actually.
Very pretty.
Now, Stephen Fry went to Cambridge, didn't he? Stephen Fry has a theory. How tall are you?
Not as tall as Stephen Fry.
No, I know that.
Nobody's as tall.
Stephen has a theory that people that went to Cambridge are tall, and people that go to Oxford, not so tall. And it actually is kind of true.
Is that true?
Yeah.
But I'm not that. I'm only 5'9". I'm not that tall.
That's tall for Oxford.
Well, actually, it's true because Martin Amis went to Oxford, and he's. You know,
Yeah, he's little, yeah.
He's a little guy.
And Douglas Adams, God rest him, he went to Cambridge. He's
Yes,
an enormous man.
enormous.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
enormous,
So
yeah.
there you are.
There you are, proved
We've proved it.
But with reference to 3 novelists.
Now, do you think it's important for a novelist to have a good education? I ask for reasons of my own.
No, but everybody's a novelist, haven't you noticed?
Yeah, I have a bit.
You know, I mean, like, probably Paris Hilton's writing a novel. Everyone's a novelist. Or at least at least everyone's written a book, that's
Well,
for sure.
everyone's a writer now. See,
Everyone.
writing used to be, I think, this is the problem, that writing used to be the preserve of the educated classes. It used to be monks and priests and, school teachers, I guess, and that was it.
Yeah.
And so the written word was given a great deal of merit because you had to have some kind of education in order to write. Now, pretty much anybody can write.
And everyone does.
Right, absolutely.
I went to the booksellers conference, and I was sitting there with, right next to me was Don Henley of the Eagles. He'd written a book. He wanted to present me. He wanted to present me with his book.
It's called Hotel California, isn't it? It's got to be.
There was a woman there who'd written a book about 75 ways to improve your orgasms. She wanted to give me a copy of her book, as a mark of respect.
Should, yeah, I think you,
I
you
took
should.
that one.
Yeah, I think you should.
I took that one. You have 80 desks in a line with an author at each one of them.
Yeah.
And they change every hour.
Yeah, no,
for 3 days.
I did it.
And when you see that, you realize that everyone in America has written a book.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that makes it humbling.
Yeah, but this is really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're really good at writing books. I mean, you're Salman Rushdie, for God's sake. I mean, you're pretty clever.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, yes,
Do you ever think, oh, I'd quite like to write a book with just pictures and stuff?
Well, yeah. I mean, actually, I got asked recently. if I'd like to write a graphic novel.
Yeah, well, you should. You're very kind of.
No, I was kind of keen on it because I was, when I was a kid, I was a real comic book nut. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I can tell you a lot about superheroes.
Do you think Aquaman's better when it's just Tim Gunn instead of Aquaman?
I think.
A lot of people have said that.
Well, it's because he doesn't have the Aquaman outfit on.
He has it on underneath.
He does.
Yeah.
That's perfect then. Yeah.
No.
No, but I always liked Aquaman. But I mean, I went into the deep secrets. I mean, what's the difference between red kryptonite and green kryptonite?
What is the
all
difference?
that stuff. Well, one of them takes away his superpowers, but the other one can kill him.
Oh.
You see, green kryptonite, it takes away his superpowers. It makes him just like you or me. Well, like me. But red kryptonite can actually kill him.
That's fine. I never knew that.
Yeah, you see.
But you've revealed more about yourself than perhaps you had planned.
Exactly. So I'm quite attracted to the idea of the graphic novel.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think you should do it.
Might have a go.
Yeah, all right. Well, it's lovely to see you again. Thank you for coming in and joining us. The book is called The Enchantress of Florence, now available in paperback. The unfairly reviewed Salman Rushdie, everybody. Very much. And his name is Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie, everybody. Nice to see you, dear.
Would you like a quick game of Angry Birds?
Oh, do you play Angry Birds? I can't. I was going to talk to you about this because I have a terrible problem. I have virtually stopped reading anything so that I can play Angry Birds.
Me too.
Really?
Too. Yeah.
But you're Salman Rushdie. You can't play Angry Birds. You've got to be writing brainy books about things.
No. The books are getting very short.
The books are getting short?
The Angry Bird sessions are getting very long.
Do you really play Angry Birds?
I have 3 stars on every level.
Did you get... Oh, really?
Yes. I can prove it. It's in my pocket.
No.
Or as they say in France, les oiseaux fâchés.
They say that in France?
I know you're into French right now.
No, because we had a French guy on the show
You did?
last night. His name was Arthur, and you spent some time in France,
I
right?
have done, yes.
Do you see this guy? Like, he copied this show.
I heard that.
And then everybody expected me to sue him. I'm like, no, let's get him on the show.
No, it's
and
what-
maybe I can have a night off.
It's what they call it. It's what they call in France le rip-off.
Yes, that's right. But the thing is about the French, though, he comes here and I'm already gonna, and he's just totally charming. I was like, oh, please, take my pants.
He already did.
Yeah, no, he did. These are Bob
did.
Barker's. Yeah. Old ones. So what's this about? Shall I read it now?
Yeah. It's only 216 pages.
That's short for you,
That's
actually.
short.
Yeah, that's short for you. Why is it so short?
I'm just, playing Angry Birds.
Angry Birds, yeah. Ooh, this gets you in.
Yeah.
First lines are very important for a book, I always think.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Do you want to tell them? Don't tell them.
No.
No. No, you'll have to find out for yourself.
Yeah, no, the first chapter is called The Terrible Thing That Happened on the Beautiful Starry Night. Is this about your drinking years?
It's more about the drugs, really.
Now, listen, let me ask you a question. You famously write fiction, and lots of it. Like literary fiction, I'd say. That'd be fair, wouldn't it?
That's the technical term.
Right. Would you ever consider writing a memoir?
Well, it's funny you should say this, Craig.
Really? Well, that's unusual in this show, but go ahead.
Well, last time I came on, you gave me a copy of your memoir.
Yes,
And
I
this
did.
inspired me.
Because mine was so crap, you thought I can't do worse than this?
Yeah. And so I wrote a children's book. No, but I am actually going to write a memoir next. I am.
Really?
Yeah. Once this is done with.
Now, did you say this is a children's book?
Well, it's kind of, older children. I wrote it for my son, who's 13.
Oh, all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
My son's 9.5, but he's probably smarter than your kid, so he could probably read it. That's right, I said it, pal. I said it. Is it, no, but how do you just, like, write a novel for grown-ups and then take out all the sex?
These days you have to put in the sex.
Really?
I think
No, it must be very awkward to write, for teenagers. I think, I wouldn't know how to write
No, it's
that.
kind of fun. I mean, I must say, well, he had to read it, he had to approve it, too.
Really?
Yeah, because it wouldn't exist if it hadn't passed his test.
Really?
Yeah.
So did you let him read it chapter by chapter so that it was...
No, I gave him a couple of chapters. I gave him, like, chunks of it at a time. Yeah,
Right.
but it was, he's a tough reader, too.
Are you very collaborative when I always imagine you as being very... No, I imagine you'd be very grumpy. Get away from me, I'm Salman Rushdie.
That's a very good impression.
Thanks very much. Yeah.
That's very good. It's quite like that.
Really?
Yeah.
So how come, well, I guess your son is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got an inside track.
Where are you living now, then? You living in London?
New York.
New York?
But I got a place in London.
What about Paris? You got a place in Paris?
Well, maybe now that I've seen your friend.
Oh, come on, you didn't see it.
To go,
Hey,
what-
look, there's you
so
right
go-
there. Look at
that's
that.
me, yes.
Yeah, no, kids are going to go nuts for that.
That's hot. That's hot. It's kind of hot.
Yeah, no, they're like, so long, Twinkie Twilight vampires.
Exactly. But you see, I think that what's his name, the wizard boy with the thing.
Harry Potter.
He looks like he looks like a cell phone that's charging up.
Well, the Harry Potter. No, you mustn't see that. That's what all the kids love, Harry Potter.
But you see, there's a vacancy there because he's not doing a lot, that wizard, at the moment.
Oh, that's true.
He's
yeah.
done.
He's retired now.
He's
isn't he?
retired.
She's not writing anymore.
No. So I think all those people, all those 20 zillion people,
Right.
should come over and
read Luca
this.
and the Fireblade.
Yeah, because it'll fill their wizard gap.
Wait a minute, this is a bit odd. So the boy wizard and his big giant friend Hagrid went into the... Seems terribly familiar, Salman, if you don't mind me saying so.
I thought it was quite well. Wait till you get to the hippogriffs and the...
Do you read other authors like that? Do you actually...
Yeah, I had to read the whole of J.K. Rowling, every word, because I've got a 13-year-old. He grew up with all that stuff, so I had to read it to know what he was talking about. And I actually got him to meet J.K. Rowling once, and he started asking her these questions which were like a PhD thesis.
Yeah, authors love that,
in
don't
volume
they?
3, when Snape says this, how do you reconcile that with the fact that in volume 6, and she's
You want to smack that kid, I tell you. That's just cheek. That
And
is.
she's going, well, you've really read these books carefully, haven't you?
Yeah.
And he's going, yes, I have.
Does he do that with you? Does he?
Yes, he
yeah,
does. No, he does. Yeah, he said,
Does he
"Don't
want to
like-"
be an author? Do you think? Do you want to be a writer?
I don't know. That might be terrifyingly might be true. At the moment, he wants to be an actor, but that'll.
Oh, they all go through that.
He'll grow out of that.
Yeah.
Exactly. I wanted to be an actor.
Did you really?
I grew out of that.
Did you? I don't know. You did a sketch when you were here once.
Yeah, I
You
did.
could
Oh,
not
my
get into that dress fast enough, as I recall.
You don't have to remind me about that sketch.
The sketch that shall always be known as the party at Elton John's house. That was fun, that, yeah.
It was fun,
Yeah,
yes.
only for us, no one laughed, but it's still, we had a good time.
Yes.
Have you ever been to a party at Elton John's house?
I have not, but I have been to the Playboy Mansion.
Have you?
I have.
Now, I've been there, and I kind of, actually, even as I speak about it, I have to get the Purell out. Here, you may want to... Yeah. Did you go in the grotto with the bikinis and the Australian lesbians and all that?
No, but I did. No, but I met the Playmate of the Year.
You did?
I did, and she said to me that she didn't read much because books made her feel tired and go to sleep. And I said...
That's adorable.
And I said, you know, I understand completely what you mean. They do the same for me often. And she said, but there are some books, like Vogue, that I feel I have to read in order to keep up.
Gee.
Yeah, so she was literate.
Yeah. I'm guessing she had other things going for her.
Attributes.
Yeah.
Yes, she had her attributes.
Yeah, well,
She
you got
brought
that.
them along.
Do you find that it's an aphrodisiac for certain women, though, that they find out you're very clever and, you know, you write kind of very clever books and...
You know, I think I can't tell you that.
Yes, you can, Salman. You can because I will give you money.
Oh, in that case...
All right, euros or American dollars?
American dollars.
Ah, see, I knew I liked you. All right, for $1.
Yeah.
Who have you slept with that slept with you because you were a famous author? All right, $2.
There's
All right.
too many to mention.
All right, so do you think...
How long have you got?
Okay, I'll give you $5 to stop talking. There's 5, stop talking, we'll take a commercial break, and when we get back, you play your cards right, I'll give you another $5. Salman Rushdie, everybody! Welcome back, everybody. I'm just reading Salman Rushdie's book. I'm on page 94. So,
It's a good page.
it is. It's the page with the flying carpet on it.
You know, I've always wanted a flying carpet in a book.
Well, you got one right here on page
Exactly.
94. The flying
Exactly.
carpet had grown considerably in size to accommodate all its passengers and cargo, and this exaggerated the waviness of the flight.
Yeah, it's useful to have an expanding carpet.
Is this code?
Oh, yeah, what about this? Where did you get the Tin Man?
Oh, yeah, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff,
no, that
yeah.
happened a while ago.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Maybe a cowardly lion, scarecrow?
That would be a bit gay, don't you think?
No kidding.
Hey, so what happens in the book? Let me very quickly find out. There's a guy called Luca, and he has a...
Yeah, there's a boy whose father is a storyteller who falls into a deep sleep and is maybe dying, and the boy has to go into the magic world to steal the fire of life to bring it back to save his father's life. So that's what it's
Using a magic carpet.
Using, amongst other things, a magic carpet.
Anything else?
There's animals.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of animals.
Which animals are we talking about?
There's a dog called Bear.
A dog called Bobby?
Bear.
Oh.
And a bear
And the bear?
called Dog.
A bear called Dog and a dog called Bear? Is this an old Abbott and Costello routine you've turned into a book?
Yeah. And
Hey.
there's coyotes, there's dragons, there's rats.
Yeah, never mind that. What did you call your pee-pee when you were a little boy? Because when DJ... I used to call mine Bobby and he used to call his dog. What'd you call
Yeah,
it?
no, we didn't have a name for it. We never spoke about it.
Really?
No, it was, you know, I come from India. We're very...
Yeah, well, I understand.
Conservative.
Yeah, I understand it's conservative, but
No,
you've
no.
got to admit that it exists.
Yes, no, you don't. Actually, you absolutely don't have to admit that it exists.
Right, I see. And so do you admit it exists now?
I do, Craig, but I do not have a name for it.
Well, I don't have a name for mine now.
No.
I mean, we're on nodding terms, but we're not necessarily...
Blowing.
Thanks, Jeff. All right, have you ever been to Australia, by the way?
I have, yeah.
Really? Where have you been to in Australia?
I've been to Sydney.
Right.
I've been to Adelaide.
The girls there, they're from Adelaide, yes.
The thing I remember about Adelaide is they have a lot of very unpleasant murders there.
Yeah, I know, because most murders are so pleasant elsewhere, you know.
Exactly.
Oh, yes, he was killed by fragrance and kindness.
Yeah. No, long ago, I went to the Adelaide Festival, and while I was there was somebody broke into the zoo and killed all the animals in the zoo.
Is that not from your book?
Well, now it is.
Really? They killed all the animals in the zoo? That's awful.
Machine gunned them, yeah.
Oh, that's awful. Thanks for bringing us down.
I thought people in Adelaide are strange.
No, Adelaide, they have got a couple of things going there. They have a Grand Prix race there, which is very, very. They have that every year, right? The race in Adelaide, and they also have a strip club called the Crazy Horse.
Aha, yes. I'm glad you mentioned that.
You been there? You have. You have been to the Crazy Horse in Adelaide.
Yes.
You have. You know why everybody goes to the Crazy Horse in Adelaide? Because you think, who the hell's going to know? I'm in Adelaide. And you go to the Crazy Horse.
That is true.
Yeah, I know. Good times. As far as I can remember, I was a little whoop.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was there a long time ago. But yes, I think the horse was there. Crazy.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Secretariat?
Oh, my God.
Salman, you brought it on yourself. Who's that at the door? Secretariat! Come on! All right. Now, let me just say, because you danced with Secretariat, I've issued a new regime of giving a free T-shirt to everyone who dances with Secretariat. Look, it says Secretariat.
That's
Team Secretariat.
Thank you.
Take that with your knighthood.
Thank you.
So Salman Rushdie, everybody. Make reading fun. My next guest is a literary giant, not literally a giant. I mean, he's a fair size. I mean, he's no Tom Cruise, but he's a great author, a truly great author, and the film adaptation of his book Midnight's Children opens on April the 26th. My pal Salman Rushdie, everybody. Salman. First of all, I have to tell you, it's great to see you, but something a little bit creepy happened tonight. Like, behind Michael, the producer, there's a guy that looks really like you. I just noticed.
Is he over there?
Yeah, look at that guy over there.
Oh, my God. You know, actually, that is me.
That is you?
That is me.
So you've sent, this is some kind of decoy?
No, I'm the imposter.
You're no imposter.
You interview him.
No.
Hey, this is the first time you've been here for a movie.
I know, really, finally
Very
legit, you know, in LA with a movie.
Yeah, that's it. Now you're really getting places with your career.
Really, I have to tell you.
This paper thing.
No, so over.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, only sells.
Do you read on actual books, or do you read on a Kindle or a...
I do both.
Yeah,
I do
really?
both, yeah. But I wanted to tell you, before we talk about, you know, books.
Okay.
I wanted to say that I was struck when you were talking to the lovely lady dressed like a tree.
Yes.
How much we had in common, because not only have I been to Graceland and seen Elvis buried by the pool.
Right.
But also, I have succumbed to cupping.
Have you?
I have.
Now, on your carpet?
Gwyneth and I... Yeah, not exactly on my carpet, no, but, you know, like Gwyneth, I too have been cupped.
And... well, then perhaps you could tell. Is it beneficial? Did it help you, do you think?
It didn't help me.
Right,
No.
right.
I had this doctor, Chinese doctor in New York with the interestingly unusual Chinese name of Dr. Lee.
Oh, right, yeah.
And he takes these hot glasses and sticks them on your strudel.
He's a literary giant! First Amendment! What's that coming to go? I tried, man. I tried.
Thank you. And, you know, afterwards, you look like somebody's tied you down and thrown hot baseballs at you.
Really?
Yeah, you have these sort of hot baseball marks all over you. It doesn't do a damn bit of good.
But I think we're going to be hearing from the cupping lobby, though, quite soon.
Well, all I can say is, Dr. Lee, forget about it.
All right, okay, well, fair enough.
Right.
Well, what about this, then? Are you in the film?
I'm not in the film as such.
What do you mean, as such?
My voice is in the film.
Oh, you narrate it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So the voiceover is me.
That's kind of interesting.
So I'm like the worst actor in the movie. Everybody else is really, really good.
Now, the story, remind me, it's a while since I've read this. It's the kids who are born on the day of Indian independence.
Yeah, they're born at midnight. You know, India became independent in midnight in August 1947.
47, right.
And it's about the kids who are born at that moment and have sort of magical powers as a result. So, we showed the film at some film festivals, and people came out, and I heard them saying, "Oh, it's like the X-Men." because you know they're mutants with magical powers.
Right, but
so clearly I need to sue the X-Men.
I'd be very careful about that.
Yeah, I know, because then there's things that come out of their
right,
hands.
yeah, exactly. And then they can do that thing with their eyes.
They can do the thing. They can do terrible damage.
What mutant powers do they have?
Well, some of them are telepathic.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. Some of them, Craig, have very powerful knees.
That was interesting. That was like being cupped.
You know, but less painful.
Much more enjoyable.
More
yeah, no, I haven't been cupped in that way.
No.
Well, this is lovely. I like. Are you going to go into movies now? Are you going to like action movies, perhaps?
I thought. Well, now that the whole X-Men thing has started,
right? I think it's been going for a while, but you can get in. I'm
maybe
sure.
I could, maybe they want me
with
to
the power of literacy.
You're right. Yes, Midnight's X-Men.
Midnight X-Men. I don't think you
X-Men's children.
Are you going to write a sequel? You write a sequel. I bet you if this makes a ton of money, you'll write. I'm never writing a sequel. Made a lot of money. I'll just do one.
No, yeah. I think of it as the beginning of a franchise, really.
Yeah. It's like Harry Potter, but you know.
Yes. It's like Harry Potter, only different.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Did you read the Harry Potter books?
I did.
They're rather good, I thought.
They're not bad.
Yeah.
And a few people liked them, I heard.
Yeah. They did okay.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did. Okay.
Well, you would say that, Salman. You're obviously a Hufflepuff.
Listen, you know, until this moment, I've always liked you.
Oh, come now. Would you consider yourself a Gryffindor?
Really? You think there's any question?
No, I'm just messing around with you.
Do you have a hat? Do you have a hat, by any chance?
A sorting hat?
Yeah.
I wish I had.
You know,
I wish I had a sorting hat.
I think you need maybe a memo to props department.
Props department? It's a guy called Eddie that does his best with $10 a show. It's not a props department.
Well, Eddie then.
Yeah, well, I'll mention it. Eddie, get a sorting hat. Have you got one? Yes, sir. Okay. It probably won't be here for tonight, but...
He's quick, though.
Oh, Eddie's the best. What he can do with $10 and a bit of sticky tape is amazing. So, what are you working on now, then? You writing another book?
I'm trying to.
What about a graphic novel?
I'd like to, you know.
Yeah, you should do that.
I'd like
I think
to.
you enjoy that.
Everybody else I know does it, so why not me?
Yeah, you do it.
Yeah.
And I'll do the drawings. You just rejected me.
I'm just trying to find a way of saying that that's a really good idea.
Without actually saying it.
Which I don't actually think. But yes.
No.
Let's
I've been
do that.
following you on. You've been very quiet on Twitter recently.
Yes, I've got bored.
You got bored with Twitter?
Yeah.
I have a little bit too.
You know, I just suddenly thought, no.
It's not so much. It's not so much the twitting out. It's the tweeting back that kind of gets me sometimes.
And also, I thought 140 characters is not much.
Not for a guy who writes these. Yeah.
I mean, if you're normal, the breath you take comes out at 600 pages.
Yeah.
140 characters is a little limiting.
Yeah, well, for great books, it would never have been written if great authors like it was the best of times. Happy face. That's it.
But you can have, truthfully...
I like that idea.
If you're Dickens, of course, I mean, you can't do a sequence, you can do it as best of times.
Well, he did do that, right?
It was the way he published his books in serial form, so maybe if you just squash the serial a bit down from 30 pages at a time to 140 characters, Dickens could have done it.
When you're having breakfast, do you squash your cereal?
I have 140 characters to do it for me.
So 140 characters come into your house and press your Cheerios.
140 characters rush into the room and squash my cereal.
This is sex code.
Don't tell them that.
No, they think I'm kidding.
They're not supposed to know that.
No. Hey, listen, we're out of time, which seems a great shame.
Shame.
Yeah.
Well, ask me more often.
Well, you can come here anytime you like.
All right, I'll be back tomorrow.
Okay. Who's on tomorrow?
Then I fire him.
Harrison Ford's on tomorrow. You'll have to go second guest.
Yes, Harrison Ford and I got an award together at a film festival in San Francisco, the Bay Area, San Jose. And
really?
I thought, we were co-recipients of this thing called the Maverick Spirit Award. And I thought, well, if he's Han Solo, that makes me Chewbacca. So, maybe.
Let me ask you a little bit about awards, though. See, there's these awards, like these the Maverick Spirit Award.
Yes.
Because this happens to me sometimes. They say, "We'd like to offer you this award. Will you come to our festival?" And I say, "No, I can't make it, but I'll take the award." They're like, "No, you can't have the award unless you come to the festival."
You have to show up.
Yeah. That's not an award, then.
No, it's a bribe.
Yeah, it's a bribe. Yeah,
exactly.
Well,
it's all right.
That happens to you, then.
We need those.
I'll take bribes.
I'll take me too.
Yeah. We're out of time. Do you fancy a quick awkward pause? Now you're an actor?
All right.
All right, then. Wow, that's very good, actually. You've got that glare. No. Salman, Rushdie, everybody.
My next guest is an award-winning author. He writes things like this. Books, like a really long, papery tweet. He's very, very clever, so if there's a gap, just go. Please welcome my good friend Salman Rushdie, everybody. Salman Rushdie. Lovely to see you.
See you too.
I haven't seen you in a long time. You look great.
I know, I came here and there was an earthquake. What's that about?
Yes, that's right. Were you here for the shake?
Just to prove, because it was today when we're doing the show, which is
thank you.
Tonight, because there's some weird time stuff going on. Like, you could almost believe that it was Wednesday and, like, Uma Thurman... But that's impossible.
Why, it sounds like the plot of some strange book.
It's impossible, right? Yeah. But I have to tell you, talking of strange books, I wrote a novel that began with an earthquake called The Ground Beneath Her Feet. Huge earthquake in Mexico.
Right.
Following the principle of Cecil B. DeMille, who said the way to make a movie is you start with an earthquake and you build it up from there.
Right.
So anyway, so I do this book. I go to Mexico after the book comes out, and the journalists there are really upset. They say, "Why did you destroy Mexico in your book?" And I said, it's still there.
You want to be careful about writing things down and pissing people off.
Never done that.
No, hey. No, he mustn't, actually. No, I was saying the opposite of what's true for comic effect. Do you understand what I'm saying? Write what you damn well please. Isn't it America?
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, we're all right.
Yeah. Well, you suffer from censorship. You've got a censor sitting over there.
Yeah, well,
telling you what you can't say with words where you can only use the first letter.
What? You can't use that hand gesture either. He's Salman Rushdie, man! No.
This gesture?
Yeah, don't do that again. So, no, well, do you ever... So, I have to say, whatever you're doing is very half-hearted.
I'm like
You really want to throw yourself into it a little more.
Really?
No! Well, that's us spend all the profits on pixelation. Right, I'm going to read you the first line of your book, right?
Yes.
If you get this correct, you can go to a restaurant.
All right.
There was once, in the city of Kahani,
Yes.
in the land of Aleph Bay,
Yes.
a boy named Luca who had 2 pets, a bear named Dog and a dog named Bear, which meant whenever he called out Dog, the bear waddled up, amiably on his hind legs, and when he shouted Bear, the dog bounded towards him, wagging his tail. Now, what cracking, Salman?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. I'm glad you asked that question. I'm glad you asked that question. And it's because, actually, my son, for whom I wrote the book, has a dog, which he called Bear.
Does he have a bear?
No, but I said your next pet has to be a bear,
Bear
which you
called
called
Dog.
Dog. You know, said that he wouldn't do that, so I had to put it in the book.
Right, okay, because you gotta be careful with bears. You can't let your kids play with bears.
No.
Small bears, perhaps. Teddy bears.
Yeah, teddy bears.
Did you ever...
But I think I must have had a teddy bear at some point.
I'm sure you must
It's a little while ago. Childhood.
I was thinking more, didn't you go to Oxford or Cambridge? Where did you go
I
to?
went to Cambridge.
Didn't you, as a Cambridge undergraduate, walk around with a teddy bear named Aloysius and drink?
No, you know, that's people at Oxford do that.
Oh, really? That's it. It was at Oxford, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's Oxford.
Oxford, that was Sebastian Flight.
Yes, Oxford.
In Brideshead Revisited.
Right. Terrible place, Oxford.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, something happened to my tie?
Your tie is over your microphone.
Tie is over my microphone. I did that on purpose.
Don't you ever talk to me again when I'm talking to Salman. I'm talking to Salman Rushdie, man.
So, but he couldn't hear because my tie
He couldn't hear because your tie. Do you find that your tie often goes places you'd rather it wouldn't?
I think it's for that reason that I very
Because
rarely...
your tie is right. Look where it is right now. I mean, you could be stark. No, why? Yeah.
It's why I so rarely wear a tie, Craig.
Do you really? I mean, you wear a tie a lot, don't you? You're a man of sartorial elegance.
Only when I come and see you.
No, come on, man.
I have to live up to, you know, that.
Well, this is some old Bob Barker stuff.
Yeah, no,
what,
I didn't say it was hard to live up to it.
Are you something of a fashion plate? You live in New York, don't you?
I am well known as the most fashion platey novelist in New York.
I think that, I mean, you do look very elegant. You do look like you care. That's a very well-cut, nice suit. You've got nice shoes and elegant socks, and nice tie.
Thank you. I write books too.
Do you wear fancy underwear? Do you have anything that you write in? Is there anything like you're writing cardigan or something like that? Or
no, I actually get out of bed and put on a robe and go to my computer.
You shuffle over to a robe?
I shuffle over in a kind of slobby
Well, I find that very satisfying, actually. That's the way a writer should work.
One of the great things about working at home is you don't have to get dressed.
How would that be for me here? Could I just...
You know, bedroom, desk, you go from one to the other.
Yeah, and your tie's going over your microphone. I hardly heard what you were saying there. Are you on the book tour now?
No, I'm just actually doing the boring business of actually writing. Writing a book. Yeah, which takes, you know, for very...
Takes a long time. I see you've stopped on the Tweety. I
had to come off it because I have to do the day job.
Right. Did you find you were writing and rewriting tweets? Were you like, it's there, it's almost right, but I just need another few days.
Yeah. I thought, you know, if only there were 150 characters.
Yeah.
140, you know, how many? That's too many characters for a novel, anyway.
You could always tell, though, there's some authors that I follow on Twitter, and you could always tell when they're right. Like Neil Gaiman.
Yes,
like,
he does.
He's there, and then boom, disappears. And you go, oh, book coming.
Book.
Yeah.
I know. Well, you have to, you know, it can get addictive.
It does. Yeah, I was on it a lot for a while, and then I
but
stopped.
I'm cured. I'm cured. I've tweeted once in 5 months.
You'll do it again. They always come back for one more.
Yeah, but I've got to finish this damn thing first.
Right. Do you get frustrated?
Book, that's what we call it.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Do you get angry? Do you get angry when you can't finish the book?
No, I'm very calm, Craig.
I think you probably have a bit of a temper.
I'm preternaturally calm.
Oh, that's scary.
See?
Yeah.
That's a $2 word there. Preternaturally.
You can't use that in a tweet. There's no room for anything else.
Exactly. No, I'm calm. I sit there quietly. I swear inwardly.
Well,
See, you swear outwardly, you get bleeped. I swear inwardly.
And you don't get bleeped.
Don't get bleeped. There's no internal bleeping device.
So what you're saying is I should pack this in and write novels?
Yeah. Well, you've written books. You're an author.
And I think you're an author. I think I'm a guy that's written a couple of books. I think there's a difference.
All right, I'll accept that
Yes, I think it is. Anyway, we're out of time, actually. Mouth organ, awkward pause. Or do you want a sore throat pastille?
I can take a sore throat.
Do you have a sore throat too?
Always.
Really?
Yeah.
Were we making out and I forgot?
I didn't want to remind you.
Oh, I wouldn't have forgotten, Salman. Salman Rushdie, everybody. Dear Craig, my son wants to know if your magic phone can call Santa. Oh, I don't know. Maybe Santa could call me. Oh, hello. Hold on. Hello?
It's Santa Claus, Craig. How are you?
Wait a minute. Isn't this evil Santa Claus?
Oh. Yes, it is, Craig. I hear your little show's going bye-bye.
That's right, I forgot. Evil Santa Claus, you've got your own music.
Oh, yes, I do. Santa has everything, unlike you. Someone's tickling Santa's testicles.
Really? You're not really that evil Santa, are you? You're just kind of sarcastic and nasty.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah!
You know, I can't understand a word you're saying. Because you're a foreigner.
Wait a minute, evil Santa, you're a racist?
Oh, yes, I am, Craig. I go to dinner with Michael on occasion.